Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Holly here, and today I want to show you how to make one of these collage pictures. It's on a canvas board. So you have another little look at that one. I've prepared another canvas board with some old text, maps, music, anything you can find, tear up, paste it all over your board. And in this case I've used some PVA glue, but normally I would recommend some Liquitex matte medium or some Mod Podge, something like that, if you're going to paint over it. Mostly in this case I'm going to collage, so I think I'm okay with the PVA. So I've mixed up some acrylic paint here. This is some brown and some white because I want a sort of aged looking background, and I'm going to now just work it into some of the creases and bits where the joins are. Just going to work it in all over, and I've got some water on standby here to spread it a bit because it dries very quickly. And I'd like to keep some of the text and the music showing through. Don't want to cover it completely because I like to see all the different layers. think I've got a fairly good covering there. I'm just going to give it a little go with the heat gun now, just to get that dry so I can carry on working over the top. Okay, I think we're nice and dry now. I'm going to use some stencils and some distress ink. I've got some autumny colours here because I've got an autumny theme going on with this picture. Start off with a darkish one, I think. Oh, I'm using a little sponge to put the ink on. Quite like those dotty bits there, so I'm going to get those to come down the side here a bit. Don't got to be too precise. I think the more messy the better in the end, this kind of thing. I like that star too. Let's have the star in the corner. Different stencil there. Let's have another colour. This one is aged mahogany. And then I've got a leaf one that I want to use. I'm aiming for the lady's dress to be like a leafy design. So I've got fired brick for this one. Make it stand out a little bit more. Just put the leaves in the bottom area where the dress is going to be, because I'm going to blank off around the dress and leave that bit exposed. Yes, like that. I'm going to also dirty around the edges a bit. I think I have this red one. And just a little bit around the edges a bit. And then a little bit of water. You can do it with your finger, but I get very stained, so I'm going to just wipe it around with this wet. Oh yes, that's working well. Give a nice border. And that could have been my finger. Just have a little clean up before I go on to the next bit, because I want to show you where I'm getting my images from. I've got a couple of, let's let that dry to the side for a minute. I've got a couple of my journals here, and I've photocopied these watercolour leaves and this face I'm going to use. So there's my lady, and I've just torn out the bit I want to use and discard the rest. And if we're dry enough here, I think we can put her into position. Got to decide what I'm going to do about the dress. I think I might have to remove this part. I'm just going to remove that part. Get her nice and central. My brush has decided to glue itself together. Right, this is where we bring out the Liquitex matte medium. We'll paste in the background first. Try not to leave any lumps, because you'll get bubbles later. And then another layer on top to seal her in. Don't work it for too long, because the paint starts to, or the ink from the printing starts to move, so just get her sealed in like that. And then I'm going to start adding the leaves around her face. I'm going to, again, another layer on top to seal everything in. I might be able to work better sitting down. Difficult when the camera's in the way. Just going to build her hair up with layers of leaves. Put a little one that I want to go in under there, like that, that's it. These leaves are all things that I painted from the garden in the autumn. It's quite nice to reuse them in another picture.